In the ongoing warfare between Israel and Hamas, heavy fighting is reported from Khan Yunis, the second largest city in the Gaza Strip. The Israel Defense Army has ordered all the civilians to vacate the region amid heavy fighting, as the death of at least 10 people has been reported. In the meantime, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and mediating nation Qatar have vowed to pave way for another pause in hostilities. Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. Land and air route being used to smuggle gold in Nepal. A probe commission suspects the involvement of underworld. The government indifferent to take action against perpetrators of gross violation of human rights. Only 15.3% of the recommendations implemented. Terror and fear grip civilians in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza as Israel tells people to vacate city centers. Qatar and UN chief vow to hold another pause in fighting. And Nepal falter by 73 runs in a chase of 262 runs against Afghanistan at the ACC Under-19 Asia Cup. Pakistan tame India by 8 wickets. The 60 kilograms of gold smuggled from the Trivandrum International Airport about 4 months ago highlighted a frightening nexus of international gold smugglers in the country. The incident led to the formation of a high-profile commission. However, the smuggling of gold has continued unabated. Even alarming is the scenario where smugglers are using both land and air route. Gorkha's Chandra Ghale was arrested from the Trivandrum International Airport last Thursday as he was carrying 14 kilograms of gold en route from Dubai. Ghale was arrested on a tip-off as he planned to hide the gold at the restroom of the Trivandrum International Airport. Around Saturday midnight, an Egyptian national was arrested with 6.5 kilograms of gold as he was using the same Dubai to Kathmandu route. He was arrested by police officials and not the TIA customs officials. The high-level probe had earlier pointed out that a Chinese group had influenced the custom officials at TIA to carry out gold smuggling. The use of a Nepali and Egyptian nationals almost at the same time has given way to a number of unanswered questions, as 2 kilograms of gold was also confiscated last Thursday from Nagdunga, the entry point to Kathmandu. Earlier, it was also revealed that Chinese nationals had even acquired Nepali citizenship as they were smuggling gold using the Hong Kong-Kathmandu route. A CIB team even reached Hong Kong to investigate the case. Rahul Mahara, the son of former Speaker Krishna Bahadur Mahara, is in police custody on charges of assisting the Chinese smugglers group. The gold smugglers, meanwhile, have been using the land route of Sindhupalchok's Tatopani, Rasua's Kerung, Dolkha and even Gorkha to transfer gold. The government had sent a scanning machine at Rasua Transit 4 years ago. However, the machine has not been brought into use as of now. Police investigations have speculated the hands of powerful underworld group behind the gold smuggling racket. Minister for Foreign Affairs NP South has requested the government of Qatar to make efforts for the safe release of Bipin Joshi, who has been held hostage by Hamas. Minister Saud, who had reached Qatar to participate in the Doha Forum, met with Qatar's Minister for Foreign Affairs Mohammed bin Abdul Aziz Al Khulaifi and requested to make efforts for the release of Bipin Joshi. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has informed that Qatar's Foreign Minister Al Khulaifi said that continuous efforts are being made for the release of Nepali citizen Joshi. Bipin Joshi was taken hostage by Hamas militants during the October 7 attacks in Israel. The 75th International Human Rights Day was observed today with this year's theme, Dignity, Freedom and Justice for All. The International Human Rights Day was also observed in Nepal as the National Human Rights Commission, government and other institutions related to human rights organized programs today. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has committed of fully implementing the recommendations made by the National Human Rights Commission. Speaking at a program organized by the National Human Rights Commission today, commemorating the 75th International Human Rights Day, Premier Dahal said the government is serious towards implementing the recommendations made by the Commission. The Prime Minister also assured that the government would provide full cooperation to the National Human Rights Commission to make it powerful and effective. Likewise, Premier Dahal also informed that efforts are ongoing to amend the laws related to transitional justice, aiming to ensure justice for the survivors. National Human Rights Commission Chairperson Top Bahadur Magar informed Prime Minister Dahal that only 15.3% of the Commission's 1,407 recommendations had been implemented. Among the recommendations implemented, most are of compensation and other issues instead of serious violation of human rights. Meanwhile, there has been no hearing on 45.5% of the recommendations. Likewise, 39% of the recommendations have been partially implemented, but they hold no meaning without being fully implemented. The National Human Rights Commission has complained of victims of rape not being compensated. The Commission had provided the government suggestions on the amendment of law related to transitional justice. However, the government ignored the suggestion. National Human Rights Commission Chairperson Magar also said it has been difficult to carry out daily works of the Commission as its building damaged by the April 2015 earthquake is yet to be constructed. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked people in several provinces what should be done to ensure human rights of everyone. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
सरकारले न्याय रोजगार र सुरक्षा दिनुपर्छ
सुशासनको प्रत्याभूति र यो दण्डहीनताको अन्त्य भयो भने सबैको मानवाधिकारको चाहिँ रक्षा हुन्छ
शिक्षा स्वास्थ्य रोजगारीका कुराहरुमा चाहिँ बढी भन्दा बढी स्थानीय सरकारले चाहिँ ध्यान दिने हो भने उहाँहरुको चाहिँ मानवाधिकार सुरक्षित हुन्छ
सरकारले मानवाधिकारको मुद्दालाई प्राथमिकतामा राखेर नागरिकको रक्षा गर्नुपर्दछ
अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय कानुनहरुलाई चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्यो
राज्यले सुनिश्चित गर्नुपर्छ
कानुनहरु बनाउनु पर्यो र त्यसको कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्यो
हामी कुनै कार्य गरिरहेछौं र त्यसले गर्दा अरु मानवहरुमा चाहिँ क्षति नहोस् अरु मानवहरुको अधिकार हन नहोस् त्यस्ता चाहिँ कार्यहरु गर्नुपर्दछ
कानुन सम्बद्ध अधिकारहरुलाई तपाईको प्रदान गर्न सक्यो भने त्यो एक लेभलको मानवाधिकारको संरक्षण हुन्छ
जनचेतना लागू गर्नु पर्यो
ठोस नीति निर्माण गर्नु पर्यो र कार्यान्वयनमा आउनु पर्यो
संस्थाहरू खुलेको छन् उहाँहरुले पनि अलि आफ्नो मतलब आफ्नो कर्तव्य राम्रोसँग पूरा गरिदिनु पर्ने हुन्छ
जनतालाई चाहिँ राम्रोसँग चाहिँ त्यसको कार्यान्वयन पनि गर्नु पर्यो अनि हक हित अधिकार पनि पाउनु पर्यो
मानवाधिकारसँग जोडिएका कानुनहरु छ त्यो कानुनहरुको चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन हुनु पर्यो
हरेक मान्छेले सकारात्मक सोच लिएर अरूको आत्मसम्मानमा ठेस नपुग्ने गरी अगाडि बढ्ने हो भने सबैको मानवाधिकारको रक्षा हुन सक्छ
सही नीति बनाएर नेतृत्व वर्ग र जनप्रतिनिधिहरूले अगाडि बढ्नुपर्छ
संविधानको किताबमा मात्रै लेखेर भएन कि यो कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्यो
शोषण दमन र अन्याय र अत्याचारमा पर्ने कुनै पनि मानव जातिलाई तोबाट विमुख गराउनु राज्यको पनि कर्तव्य हुनेछ
Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has requested the Madhya Province government to cancel their protest programs, saying that the Federal Civil Service Act and the Police Act can be brought through ordinance. Premier Dahal made the appeal after Madhya Province Chief Minister Saroj Kumar Yadav warned of a protest, saying the one-month ultimatum issued to the federal government for the formation of the Civil Service Act and management of police coordination had expired. A team including Chief Minister Yadav met with Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal earlier this morning at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar and issued the warning. Chief Minister Yadav alleged the government of hesitating in formulating laws provisioned by the Constitution. In response, Prime Minister Dahal said that he himself and his party CPNL Maoist Center were the pioneers of federalism and added that the government was seriously working for formulation of laws. Prime Minister Dahal also urged not to move forward with the protests, saying that the government is committed to formulating laws. Saying the government had moved forward with the bills related to federalism and the final decision had to come from the parliament, Prime Minister Dahal urged Chief Minister Yadav to put the protests on hold. Prime Minister's Secretariat has claimed that the Premier's suggestion was taken positively by Chief Minister Yadav. A month earlier, Chief Minister Yadav had met with Premier Dahal and requested him to carry out the initiation to formulate laws related to the implementation of federalism. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, what should be done to increase export of service involving information technology? 45% voted for A, clear policies, 27% voted for B, infrastructure development, and 28% voted for C, search for market. Here's today's question. What could be the reason for the delay in the formation of laws related to federalism? Your options are A, centralized mindset, B, complications in sharing of rights, and C, not adequate pressure. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. CPNL Chairperson KP Sharma Oli has accused the current government of not being able to carry out smooth relations with neighboring countries. Speaking at a campaign program held in Nuwakot today on Mid-Hilly Highway today, former Prime Minister Oli said that the government has failed in maintaining a balanced relation with the two neighboring nations. At the program, Chairperson Oli said the cooperation and assistance provided by the northern neighbor have been neglected due to the fear that the southern neighbor would be unhappy. Oli also said that the country should have good relations with all countries as per Nepal's non-aligned foreign affairs policy. Chairperson Oli reached Nuwakot today on the 10th day of the Mid-Hilly Highway campaign. It's time now for the international update. Casualties were rushed to the Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza today, with medical staff treating bloodied patients on the floor of the hospital. Cars delivered people wounded in different parts of Gaza to the medical complex, and crowds carried them in. Since a truce with Hamas in the two-month-old war collapsed on 1st of December earlier this month, Israel has expanded its ground assault into the southern half of the Gaza Strip, pushing into Khan Yunis, where residents reported fierce battles. Israel launched its campaign to annihilate Gaza's Hamas rulers after their fighters burst into Israeli towns on October 7, killing 1,200 people and taking 240 hostage, many of whom were released at the end of November when a temporary truce was announced that was extended to 7 days. In the meantime, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and the mediating country Qatar have vowed to build atmosphere to hold another ceasefire in the ongoing hostilities between Israel and Hamas. An official toll of deaths in Gaza from the Palestinian Health Ministry in the Hamas-run enclave exceeded 17,700, with many thousands missing and presumed dead under the rubble. The ministry has said about 40% of deaths were of children and minors under 18. It's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
Lalitpur FC have climbed to the top of the Nepal Super League with a crushing 3-1 victory over Chitwan FC. This is Lalitpur's second win following their 3 draws. Baba Ibu Kebe opened the scoring for Lalitpur in the 19th minute of the match as Lalitpur led the first half 1-0. Lalitpur doubled the lead in the 57th minute as Bibek Podel found the net. Rafiq Aminu reduced the deficit towards the fag end of the match for Chitwan. However, Lalitpur scored again in the injury time to seal the 3-1 win. Utsav Rai was shown a red card following a second booking as he made a bad tackle on a Lalitpur player. Kebe scored his personal second goal off the spot kick. Pokhara Thunders take on Kathmandu Razors in tomorrow's match under the Nepal Super League. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.